एग्जांपल्स. बडिंग में अगर हम पढ़ रहे हैं तो बडिंग का मतलब क्या है? प्रोसेस इन विच a bud-like growth or a branch appears from a parent body, which on detachment forms a complete individual. Okay, clear everyone? So this is the second type of reproduction, asexual mode of reproduction. Now coming to the third mode, that is fragmentation. In case of fragmentation, body is divided into different fragments or pieces. Each organism divides into fragments or pieces, and each piece, for example, in case of planaria, organism divides into fragments or pieces, and each piece will grow into new individual. Ultimately, 3 planaria are produced. So this is a case of fragmentation where organism is broken up into pieces or fragments, and each piece or fragment will form a new individual. So this is a type of asexual mode of reproduction, that is fragmentation. Now coming to another type of reproduction, I hope these diagrams are clear to everyone. If you have any kind of query, just ask me anything. So this is the third type of reproduction, fragmentation. Okay. Next type of reproduction was regeneration. बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन बच्चे ये पूछते हैं, what is the difference between fragmentation and regeneration? In regeneration, the lost or the wounded body part is regenerated. I'm repeating, only the lost or wounded body part. वो body part जो lose हो चुका है, which is lost or which has been hurt, that has been repaired or that has been regenerated. So in the case of only the lost part is regenerated, whereas in case of planaria, it is divided into pieces and each piece will form a complete individual. So in the case of regeneration, lost or wounded part, example is again planaria, where lost and wounded body part is regenerated. In case of fragmentation, again the example was planaria, but here we have another example, that is Spirogyra. It is an algae with spiral-shaped chloroplast, and in this case, an organism divides into or splits up into different pieces. छोटे-छोटे टुकड़ों में piece में divide हो जाएगा, and each piece will form a complete individual. This is what is fragmentation, and this is an example of Spirogyra, which is a green algae. And you must remember that while I was discussing this topic, I told you that if you go to sector 42 lake, you will find Spirogyra in abundance. So, regeneration. Next is spore formation. Next type is spore formation. Very interesting. Spore formation. नाम से पता चल रहा है कि it is forming spores. In this case, spore formation occurs within a fruiting body which is known as sporangia. Sporangia produces spores, and example is rhizopus. Rhizopus is another name for bread mold. Bread पे जो मूली लगती है, that is called as rhizopus. Rhizopus or bread mold. This is an example of spore formation. If you look at the diagram, it forms a bulb-like structure, which is known as sporangia. Sporangia is a bulb-like structure and it has spores inside it. Bread के ऊपर मूली लगती है, इसका नाम मैंने आपको बता दिया, rhizopus. अगर आप bread को थोड़े दिन moisture में रखते हो, थोड़ा warm temperature पे, आजकल सीजन है, अगर bread को बाहर रखोगे, you will find this fungal infection. जिसमें आपको green या black dots दिखेंगे. If you take out one dot, you will see it under microscope that form a fruiting body which is known as sporangia. So this is what is spore formation. Spore formation is formed within sporangia. It's a bulb-like structure, and on dispersal, each spore will grow into new organism. And last type is vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation is a special mode of reproduction. In vegetative propagation, there are 3 types, that is cutting, layering, and grafting. So cutting, layering, and grafting. Cutting, layering, and grafting. These are the 3 different modes of vegetative propagation. In cutting, layering, and grafting. In cutting, we use the cut part of the plant as source of propagation. Vegetative propagation वो propagation है जिसमें flower के अलावा other parts are used for propagation. For example, root, stem, or leaf. Other than the flower. When the part other than the flower is used for propagation, then the process is known as vegetative propagation. In vegetative propagation, there are three different modes, that is cutting, layering, and grafting. For cutting, we have an example of rose. In case of layering, we have an example of jasmine or mint. In grafting, we have an example of mango. These are the three examples with three different types. I'm just revising it for you once again. So we have started with asexual mode of reproduction. Asexual mode में हमने सबसे पहले जो type पढ़ा, that is binary fission. Binary fission, first of all is fission. Fission के आगे further types see binary and multiple. Binary means organisms divided into two. Bi means two. Example amoeba and paramecium. In multiple, organism divides into many. For example, याद करने का तरीका M से multiple, M से malarial parasite. Another name for malarial parasite is Plasmodium. Let's have a look at the diagram. Many spores are formed within the same cell. This is what is multiple fission. In case of second type, that is budding. I am giving you two examples. In case of budding, examples were Hydra and yeast. Hydra में आपके diagram भी आपको बताया था, Hydra and yeast, they show budding. In case of fragmentation, an organism divides into fragments or pieces, and each fragment or a piece will form a complete individual. This is an example for planaria, fragmentation. Next is regeneration. Regeneration में और fragmentation में difference यही है. In this case, lost or wounded part is regenerated. For example, planaria. In the case of fragmentation, I have already given you another example, that is pyrogaya. And next is spore formation. Spore formation occurs within the fruiting body, sporangia. Bulb-shaped structure है, इसके अंदर spores form होते हैं. Spores on dispersal will form new individual. Example, rhizopus या bread mold. Last was vegetative propagation. There are three modes of vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation में root, stem or leaves they are used for propagation other than the flowers. और इसमें तीन parts हैं: cutting, layering, grafting. Cutting में example है rose, layering में example है jasmine, and grafting में example है mango. I hope.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, if a question comes, if we want to. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Any question?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, if a question comes like you want to grow rose for commercial use, so which one of the method you will follow? Cutting, grafting, layering, or all of the above? So which will be the correct option?
Can you repeat again because you're not audible?
Oh, ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes.
Ma'am, if a question comes, if we want to grow rose for a commercial use, which of the following method you will use? Cutting, layering, grafting, or all of the above?
Which is stem cutting is used for propagation purposes in case of rose plant. Okay.
But ma'am, but this question came in our MCQ test. Ma'am has marked the answer all of the above.
Okay. Yes. If there is an option, if there is an option for all of the above, then yes, it is the all of the above. But the best answer, if you ask me, then it is the cutting only. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I marked cutting as the correct answer, but that question went wrong. Like, ma'am marked the correct answer as all of the above.
But if the option is all of the above, then the best answer is all of these above. लेकिन इन तीनों में से अगर आप पूछते हो, then the best answer is cutting.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am. Ma'am, a rose plant can also be propagated by layering and grafting also.
Which process?
Ma'am, in a rose plant.
Yes, it can be done by both cutting and grafting. Grafting is used for propagation of hybrid plants. If you want to produce hybrid or mixed plants, okay, then in that case grafting is done. But if you want to propagate a simple plant, then cutting is the best. Okay. I hope these all are clear everyone now? Shall I proceed to the next process? Yes.
Ma'am, layering is not used for rose plant.
Can you repeat?
Ma'am, can layering be the best method of rose plant?
Rose plant, no. Layering cannot be used in the case of. Okay, it is not subaerial. It is not underground plant. In case of roses, it is not used. Layering method. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, now coming to the part that is sexual reproduction in flowering plants. So I'm going to start with the new topic that is sexual reproduction in flowering plants. मुझे अभी आपने पढ़ा था vegetative propagation में other than the flower if you use to propagate a plant then it can be done by vegetative propagation but generally it is the flower which is used as a mode of reproduction. The sexual reproduction in flowering plants, flower की बात हो रही है, इसमें swollen base of a flower is known as thalamus. This is from where we hold the flower that is known as peduncle, or you commonly say it as stalk. जिसे आप flower को पकड़ते हो. Then the green part is known as the sepals, small green leaves. Green है तो पता चल रहा है they are photosynthetic. The colorful flower petals, they are also known as corolla. Petals का main function होता है to attract insects for pollination. इनका main function ये है to attract insects for pollination. Next, these sepals and petals they are not involved in reproduction. That is why they are called as non-essential birds because they are not directly involved in reproduction. Whereas in case of male and female reproductive part, female में center में आपने पढ़ा हुआ है carpel और pistil, जिसके 3 parts हैं. That is stigma, style and ovary. This is stigma. This is style. This is ovary. And ovary contains ovules. Ovary has ovules. Ovules after fertilization form seed. Okay. So this is the part of a flower, and in this part, आपने ये 3 parts पढ़े stigma, style, and ovary. तीनों मिलके female part बनाते हैं. That is called as carpel or pistil. और इसी के साथ मेल पार्ट होता है जिसको बोलते हैं एंथर एंड फिलामेंट. और एंथर और फिलामेंट दोनों को मिलाएं मिलके बोलेंगे स्टेमन. ओके, तो ये पार्ट सभी को क्लियर हो गया. दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ अ फ्लावर. इट इज ब्यूटीफुली ड्रॉन इन योर एनसीईआरटी and these are the parts of flower. I hope it is all clear with you. I'm going to repeat it once again. जैसे हमने क्या पढ़ा, swollen base is known as thalamus. इसका fold करते हो that is called as stalk. Colored part is known as petals. Petals का दूसरा नाम आता है corolla. आपने सुना होगा ये. Female part को हम बोलते हैं stigma, style and ovary. Ovary contains ovules. It is also known as carpel or pistil. Or stamen part that contains anther and filament. So this is the structure of the flower. Now coming to a very important topic within the flower, that is the reproduction in flowering plants. The reproduction में आप लोग I hope it is clear. This diagram is clear with everyone. So
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. Yes. Clear. It will be better if you just message me. Just try to message me because it is not inconvenient for me to listen to everyone. So we are coming to a process which is known as double fertilization. I'm going to start with a topic that is double fertilization. I'm writing this in not from but आप लोगों ने बोला तो double fertilization also पता चलता है that fertilization occurs twice. In those cases, अगर आप लोगों को पता है anther will produce pollen grains.
Excuse me, ma'am.
अब pollen grains में आप लोगों को पता है कि pollen energy बहुत ज़्यादा होती है. Pollen grains जो white bars होते हैं, white bars होते हैं, और pollen grains. Okay, so pollen grains जब वो stick करते हैं stigma पे, and then they reach inside this ovary. This is stigma. This is style, and this is ovary. The pollen grains which are released from anther. Look at this part. This is known as anther. Anther, they release their pollen grain. The transfer of pollen grain from the anther to the stigma is known as, yes anyone?
Pollination.
Pollination. Pollination. Pollination means the transfer of pollen grains from anther of stamen. Look here. The transfer of pollen grains from anther, किसका था ये stamen, to the stigma of carpel. The transfer of pollen grain from anther of stamen to the stigma of carpel is known as pollination. अब pollinate हो गया, pollinating agents भी आपको बताया था. It can be insect, it can be ant, it can be bat, it can be human beings also. कई बार तो आपने हवा में देखा होगा wind act as a pollinator. So that flowers which are pollinated by wind, they are known as anemophilous. You don't need to learn that. But in that case, there may be different pollinating agents which are helping in transferring of pollen grains from male to female. That process is known as pollination. A pollen grain आगे stick कर चुका है on the stigma. Now it is forming a pollen tube. And inside the ovary, I told you that there is female part. The female part that is known as embryo sac. Embryo sac has upper 3 cells, lower 3 cells, आपको ये बनाने हैं diagram में, and in between 2 cells. Upper 3, lower 3, and in between 2 cells. So pollen grain has male gamete. Obviously male है तो male gamete है, इसके अंदर female gamete है. This is the egg inside the female. And you all know there is fusion between male and female gamete. Human being में भी पढ़ेंगे the fusion of male and female gamete. So this pollen tube is reaching up to the egg. The pollen tube है, it will move. But in case of male, there are 2 male gametes. That is why it is known as double fertilization. Why it is known as double fertilization? Because fertilization is occurring twice. So male gamete, this pollen grain will form pollen tube. Pollen tube will germinate and reaches up to egg and fuses with the egg. So egg male gamete, just listen, fuses with the female gamete. Male gamete है N, female gamete है egg N. They fuse with each other to form zygote or seed. That is 2N. I'm repeating. इसको नहीं समझ आया वो ध्यान से देखना कि flower के अंदर है दोनों parts, male and female. This is the male part which is producing pollen grain. This is the female part which contains this egg. So transfer of male from the anther, transfer of pollen grain from the anther to the stigma is known as pollination. और pollination में ये pollen tube form हुई है जिसमें पहुंचना है egg के साथ. Male ने fuse किया female egg के साथ, male pollen grain में, and fuses to form a zygote or a seed, which is a diploid form. तो अब आपके पास ovary में क्या बन चुका है मैंने आपको बताया था seed. Okay. इसी में second fertilization के लिए अगर हम बात करें, because I told you there are 2 male gametes. This is the first male gamete, जिसने fuse कर लिया egg के साथ. This is the second male gamete. Now fusion of second male gamete will occur with this central nucleus. और already यहाँ पे कितने nucleus हैं? 2. So there will be in total fusion of 3 nuclei. We call this as central cell. The second male gamete fuses with the central cell. This is N. This is 2N. And they fuses with each पहले मेल गमीट ने तो फ्यूज कर दिया एग के साथ और फॉर्म किया जाइगोट ऑफ सी। सेकंड मेल गमीट ने फ्यूज किया सेंट्रल सेल के साथ जिसके पास ऑलरेडी 2n थे, 2n plus n कितना हो गया 3n, and it results in formation of endosperm. दो बार फर्टिलाइजेशन हुई है इसलिए इसको क्या नाम देते हैं, डबल फर्टिलाइजेशन। कमिंग बैक टू दिस डबल फर्टिलाइजेशन में पहला प्रोसेस आप करेगा सिंगामी। सिंगामी को अगर मैं डिफाइन करूं तो इट इज द फ्यूजन ऑफ मेल गमीट विद फीमेल गमीट टू फॉर्म जाइगोट एंड सीड। अगर आपसे सिंपल कोई पूछे व्हाट इज सिंगामी, सिंगामी इज फ्यूजन ऑफ मेल गमीट विद फीमेल गमीट टू फॉर्म जाइगोट और सीड। सेकंड पार्ट इसके अंदर आता है ट्रिपल फ्यूजन। नाम से पता चल रहा है तीन फ्यूज कर रहे हैं, दैट इज व्हाई इट इज नोन एज ट्रिपल फ्यूजन। लुक हियर, ट्रिपल तीन फ्यूज किए, दैट इज व्हाई इट इज नोन एज ट्रिपल फ्यूजन। फ्यूजन ऑफ सेकंड मेल गमीट विद सेंट्रल सेल टू फॉर्म एंडोस्पर्म इज नोन एज ट्रिपल फ्यूजन। I hope it is clear now. Double fertilization. Double fertilization, yes. Please raise your hand if it is clear. Everyone. Double fertilization includes syngamy and triple fusion. Syngamy means fusion of male and female gene to form zygote or seed. And please raise your hand if it is clear. Okay, Kubar. Please everyone raise your hand if it is clear to everyone. Okay, very good, very good. So this is what is double fertilization. Yes, Kanak. Today, am I audible to you? Should I in class? Kanak. Okay, Kanak, is everything clear to you? Just raise your hand if yes. I'm waiting for your response today. Kanak, just raise your hand today. Kanak, am I audible to you? Just raise your hand if it is clear. I'm waiting for your response today. Everyone has raised their hand. Okay. So this topic is double fertilization. This was about flowering plants. Actually, I'm repeating everything for you, Kanak. Everyone has already done this part. So now coming to reproduction in human beings. Okay. So now coming to another topic, that is reproduction in human beings. Sexual reproduction in human beings. So first of all, we'll be starting with the first part, that is male reproductive system. Male reproductive system में सबसे पहला part अगर आप देखो, that is male reproductive system में testes. Testes से आप लोगों को बताया था आपने start करना है. Testes are the primary reproductive organs. They are present in a pouch-like structure outside the body in males. Male के abdomen के बाहर होता है, that part is known as scrotum. And these testes, they are useful as they produce hormones and a hormone which is known as testosterone. So सबसे पहले हम ये देखोगे diagram. We are starting with the testes part, and testes are located in scrotum. The temperature, why the testes are located outside the body in case of males and not inside the abdomen? The reason is the temperature in the scrotum is 2 to 3 degrees less than the body temperature. Which is optimum for formation of sperms. The temperature inside the scrotum is 2 to 3 degrees less than the body temperature, which is optimum for formation of sperms. इसीलिए testes are located inside the scrotum, outside the abdominal cavity in case of males. फिर इसके बाद testes से जो sperms लेके जाती हैं pipes, they are known as vas deferens. This pipe is known as vas deferens. Sometimes it is also known as vasa deferens. Vas deferens का function क्या है? It is a pipe or a duct which helps in carrying sperms. And to this duct, there are three glands attached. इसमें attached है, एक है seminal vesicle, prostate gland, and corpus gland. These three glands are attached to the vas deferens. Glands का नाम सुन लो, seminal vesicle, prostate gland, and corpus gland. These three glands, they help in formation of semen. It is a colorless fluid which provide medium for sperms for their growth and movement and nourishment. ये sperms को move करने में help करता है. It provides nourishment. It helps in growth and development of sperm. और ये तीनों gland, the seminal vesicle, prostate gland, and corpus gland, they help in formation of a fluid which is known as semen. फिर इसके बाद इसी के साथ अटैच होता है gland which is known as urinary bladder. Urinary bladder helps in storage of urine. Urinary bladder का main function क्या है? Storage of urine. और अब जो common duct जिसमें urine और sperm दोनों आएंगे, that part is known as urethra. इसमें से देख सकते हो testis से sperms आ रहे हैं, urinary bladder से urine आ रहा है. दोनों किस common pipe में open हो रहे हैं? That is called as urethra. And urethra opens into a muscular organ which is known as the penis. And it has a region in the end that is known as lifestyle. So this is the structure for male reproductive system. I'm repeating. Just listen to me carefully. Male reproductive system. Let's start here. Male reproductive system. Testes. Testes are located inside scrotum. Why are they located inside scrotum? Because temperature inside the scrotum is 2 to 3 degrees less than the body temperature, which is optimum for formation of sperms. And pipe या duct which carries the sperm, they are known as vas deferens. और vas deferens की अगर आप cutting कर दो, look here, if we cut this pipe का function था to carry sperms. If we cut this pipe and tie it,
Ma'am,
this is a method.
Ma'am.
Sperms traveling is done surgically, where vas deferens is cut, and the process is known as
Ma'am. Ma'am.
Forming word is for cutting. Vasectomy is cutting of vas deferens in case of males. This is a surgical method. It is done only to reduce the
Ma'am.
population.
Excuse me, ma'am.
It is not done commonly. It is done only to control the population. I told you that it is done in case of dogs. Vasectomy is the cutting of vas deferens. Okay. Where vas deferens is cut. Okay. And this vas deferens, main function vas deferens का क्या है? To carry sperms. And along with this, there are three glands: seminal vesicle, prostate gland, and corpus gland. तीनों का function क्या है? To form semen, which provide medium for these sperms for their nourishment and maturation. इसी में एक common gland आता है, urinary bladder. Urinary bladder stores urine. And urine और sperms दोनों एक ही पाइप से open up हो रहे हैं, which is known as urethra. They open up into a muscular organ,
Ma'am.
copulatory organ or penis.
Ma'am. Ma'am, your voice is not clear.
Voice is not clear.
Yes,
voice
ma'am.
is not audible नहीं है voice.
मैम क्लियर नहीं
Voice
है.
is not
मैम क्रैकिंग हो रही है बीच में.
crack हो रही है voice.
यस
Okay,
मैम.
just hold. क्या सब ठीक है? Voice is clear? Is my voice clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes, everyone. Okay, I hope it is audible now. Class, am I audible? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
No.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, mainly productive system. So I was telling you about this part, mainly productive system. So इसमें एक सबसे पहले part आपने पढ़ा testes. Testes they are located inside scrotum. Scrotum में why they are located inside scrotum? Because the temperature inside the scrotum is 2 to 3 degree less than the body temperature, which is optimum for formation of sperms. Okay, so testes they are located inside the scrotum, where temperature is 2 to 3 degree less than the body temperature. And the function of vas deferens is to carry sperms. Okay, the function of vas deferens is to carry sperms, and there are 3 glands attached to this pipe, which are known as seminal vesicle, prostate gland, and copper gland. Their function is to produce semen. The semen helps in providing medium for these sperms, which give them nourishment. Okay, and these 3 glands, there is also attached urinary bladder, which stores urine, and there is a common duct which carries both urine and sperm. That common duct is known as urethra. Urethra then opens into penis, and it has a region which is known as glans penis. So I hope this male reproductive system is clear. Yes, it is.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Bhavesh.
मैम आपकी साउंड ना मैम बहुत मैम क्रैक होके आ रही है, शायद मैम एको हो रही है आपकी साउंड मैम रूम में.
Okay, okay. Just wait. Class अब audible है? Now it's fine. Is this fine now, Bhavesh?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. अच्छा अब ये देखो, I have to repeat it again. Testes are located in scrotum. Testes are located inside scrotum. Why they are located inside scrotum? Because the temperature of scrotum is 2 to 3 degree less than the body temperature, which is optimum for formation of sperms. Okay. The testes they produce sperms and testosterone, which is carried by vas deferens. Vas deferens is a pipe which carries both sperms and hormones. और फिर इसके साथ और 3 glands attached हैं. These glands are known as seminal vesicle, prostate gland, and Copper's gland. These 3 glands they help in formation of semen. What is semen? Semen is a colorless fluid which provides nourishment to these sperms and helps in maturation of these sperms also. And there we have urinary bladder, whose function is to store urine. There is a common duct which is known as urethra. Urethra में urine भी आएगा, sperms भी आएंगे, but never both at the same time. So urethra helps in carrying both sperms and urine, which opens into a region which is known as penis, and it has the region in the end which is known as glans penis. I hope my reproductive part is clear with everyone. If yes, then just raise your hand fast. Everyone, please raise your hand. Okay, shabash. Yes, Tanak. My question is from you once again. If it is clear, just raise your hand. Tanak. Kanak Thakur. Bete, if I am audible to you, just raise your hand, bete. Yes, Harshit, Karan, Karman, Lavanya, Harman. Raise your hand. Muskan, Varun. Okay, got it. So everyone is clear. So let us start with the female reproductive system. Now coming to female reproductive system. Padman, I hope it is clear with you also because you were absent in the last few classes. I hope you are fine with your health also. So female reproductive system. Female reproductive system आपको बनाने का तरीका बताया था इसका. This is the female reproductive part. And they have ovary. Ovaries are 2 in number. They are paired. Ovaries they are 2 in number, paired. This is what is ovary. Ovary को finger-like projections. जिनका नाम है fimbric. Ovary is connected to fimbric, and they have fallopian tube. Fallopian tube. Another name of fallopian tube is oviduct. Another name of fallopian tube is
Oviduct.
Oviduct.
And I told you that fertilization occurs in the fallopian tube. F says fallopian tube, F says fertilization. So fertilization occurs in the fallopian tube. Okay, you have to remember this. So this region is known as uterus, very important part in case of females. Uterus, which is also known as womb. This part is known as cervix, and this part is known as vagina. Okay, so this is the female reproductive system. The function of ovaries is to produce eggs. The function of ovaries is to produce eggs. The eggs are produced inside the ovary. Look carefully. The ovaries, they produce the egg. The ovary, when the egg is released from the ovary, it reaches the fallopian tube, and the sperms enter through this vagina, moves into uterus, and reaches up the fallopian tube. Now in fallopian tube, there is fusion of male and female gamete, which helps in formation of.
Ma'am, you are not audible.
Fusion occurs inside the fallopian tube. Another name of fallopian tube is oviduct. Fusion occurs in fallopian tube or oviduct. Actually, my voice is audible. Is my voice audible?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Now it's
Yes,
audible.
ma'am.
The fertilization occurs in the fallopian tube or oviduct, which results in the formation of zygote. I'm repeating. Ovary produces eggs. Sperms, आपको पता है testes ने produce किए थे. They enter through vagina, moves into uterus, and reaches fallopian tube. The fertilization occurs in the fallopian tube or oviduct. This fusion of male and female gamete to form zygote is known as syngamy. As we have already done this in the case of plants. Syngamy is what? Fusion of male and female gamete to form zygote. So zygote is produced. Zygote is a single cell. मैंने आपको बताया था हम mother body में single cell से form हुए, and that is known as zygote. Zygote divides into 2, then it divides into 4, then it divides into 8, into 16. This is how it is showing division. एक cell था divide हुआ 2 में, 2 से 4, 4 से 8, 16, then 32 cell stage. When it reaches 32 cell stage, it embedded into the uterus wall. And I told you the uterus wall is not smooth. It has 3 regions. The uterus wall है, and ये जो ball है ये आपके attach होती है to the uterus wall like this. And this is known as embryo. The embryo gets attached into the uterus or a womb is known as implantation. आपने अभी एक टर्म पढ़ी थी fertilization. Fertilization में क्या है? Male and female gamete fuses to form zygote. Fertilization means male and female gamete fuses to form a zygote. दूसरी टर्म आपने पढ़ी implantation. Implantation is what? Attachment of the embryo into the wall of uterus. जब वो यूट्रस वॉल में जाके अटैच हुआ, दिस इज यूट्रस, यूट्रस में क्या अटैच हुआ? एम्ब्रियो. And what is embryo? After the division of zygote, embryo is formed, which gets embedded into the wall of the uterus. This attachment is known as implantation. And here, the fetus or the embryo remains in this uterus for 9 months. That process is known, that part is known as pregnancy period, or another name for pregnancy period is gestation period. Gestation period. Gestation period is a period of pregnancy. Gestation period is the period from the fertilization till the birth of a child. The period from the fertilization to the birth of child is known as gestation period, and this period is for 9 months, or you can say it is for 40 weeks, or you can say it is for 290 days or 270 days. In some books it is written 277 days also. I'm repeating. I told you gestation period is another name for pregnancy period. It is for 9 months. You all know this. It is also known for 40 weeks or for 270 days. In case of MCQs, it is all asked, what is gestation period? सीधा पूछा जाएगा, gestation period is for how many days? It is for 270 days or 40 weeks or for 9 months. I hope this female part is clear with everyone. I have tried to revise every topic. Of course, the topic I will complete it in the next class, and then we will proceed with the revision. Thank you, everyone. Take care.